Hello, and welcome to the Fitness Avengers show, my very first show. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to come out here and share my message with you. So it's a special day. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Tony Areola, NASM Master Trainer from TotalBodyProject.com, and I'm on a personal mission to simplify fitness for you. So you won't be confused, so you can understand, so you can make sense of all the noise. Today's a very special episode. It's my first live show, and I don't know about you guys, but it's also my first pandemic. Yeah, things are a little nuts out there. COVID-19 is no joke. It really has turned my world upside down and all of my clients' worlds upside down. And it's one of the reasons I'm here today is to try to get some normalcy, to explain things to you in a way that you can take things from this and apply them directly to your life. So COVID-19 has introduced chaos. But what does this mean for you? Well, there's two ways that we're going to come out of this. The first one is in better shape. You can take this time to work on yourself, to work on your health, to work on your fitness, your relationships, your family, your mental ability, everything, and come out better. The other way is to come out in worse shape. That's Netflixing, watching Tiger King. Even though that's a good one, I mean, I'm not gonna go against Tiger King, but that thing is hilarious. But it's easy to fall down the rabbit hole and just watch every Netflix show and just eat all your quarantine snacks. Is what I call it. One of my clients actually called it the COVID five, for those 5 pounds. But we're gonna make sure after today that that does not happen to you. So it's uh it's the new normal, right? You've been hearing this term going around and really changing everyone's world. And we're all wondering when these things are going to come back to being the same way. And right now we really don't know. But I don't know if you remember March 9th. You guys remember March 9th? It might have been a different day for you, but I was finished my morning sessions. We're talking about, obviously we were washing our hands and looking for those. If anybody has any of those wipes, let me know because we don't have any and they're impossible to find along with hand sanitizer. But it was March 9th and we were working on the morning and my client was asking me, dude, this thing's kind of crazy. And I said, hey, don't worry, things will pan out. It'll be okay. Finished my morning sessions, took a nap, woke up, and I looked outside and they were closing my gym. And that kind of felt a little bit weird. Then I heard my phone buzz, looked at my email, and I saw those words that it just raised the hairs on the back of your neck. Gym closed indefinitely. Gym closed indefinitely. And as my source of income, my primary source of my livelihood, of course, this was not an ideal situation. It was really sad, actually, very crippling. Everything changed so fast. So I had to reschedule my evening sessions and then figure out what was going to happen tomorrow. So I went from structured 12-hour days to now I don't know what's happening when my workouts are, who's coming in at what time. So things got really chaotic really fast. And I'm sure for you, it's a similar story. We're all in this together. Everyone's world has turned upside down. The only thing common in this is that we're in it together. So I want you to know that everything that you're feeling is normal. So when you look at what's changed for you, whether it's work, whether it's maybe your husband's at home, maybe the kids, maybe you got to teach school now. Everything's different, and all these different things, all these different unknowns cause a heightened level of anxiety, and so everyone's feeling the stress all around, including myself. I'm no different. Everything feels really weird and stressful. But the only thing I can promise you that everything that you're feeling is 100% normal. Okay? Take solace in that. It's normal. It's okay to feel like the way you feel. It's okay to not be able to sleep the whole night peacefully. It's okay to not know what you're going to do tomorrow. It's okay. Times are crazy. All you really have to know is really you got to start by focusing on yourself and what you can control. And from there, we'll be able to kind of move forward. Okay, but I want you to know that everything that you're feeling is normal. Take a deep breath and realize that we're going to focus on these aspects. So when it comes to your life and how to excel in life, there's basically six aspects. It's environment, mental, social, emotional, physical, and existential. And I'm going to briefly talk on all six, but I'm primarily going to focus on physical, which is my area of expertise. So environment, the first one, and this is the one that we're having probably the most challenge with, is work, life, leisure, and scheduling, relaxing. What does your day look like? I've been speaking to my clients all week, more than I have probably in all my career, trying to figure out how their work schedule is. What time are they going to bed? When do the kids have school? When does your husband have the office? All these different things, all these different schedules, and trying to figure out how you're going to structure your day so that it's not so chaotic. The part that I really want you to take home is I want you to realize that these times we don't know how long they're going to last. We're optimistic that it might be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, but I want you to plan like this is going to be the rest of your life. And I know that's harsh, but if you plan for this is going to go on indefinitely, then you have a much better chance of not only just surviving. And I hate the cliche, I'm going to thrive. I don't think anyone's going to thrive during this time. I think we're going to make the best of the situation. So by thinking about long term, this is just going to go on. I want you to structure your days like if this was to go on forever, how would I add all these different things to my life? Right? That's the first thing. You really want to get your environment down. The second thing is mental. Are you learning? How are you stimulating your mind? Are you reading more? Are you problem solving? You really need to stimulate your brain like any other muscle so that it doesn't just kind of like, because we don't really don't want that. Social. Are you connecting to people in a meaningful way? I'm just talking about like, like trolling and like beavering, like just liking stuff and whatever. I'm talking about meaningful connections with your partner, right? If you're lucky enough, like I am, my fiance, love you, honey, you're the best, to be spending time with her or with your significant other. How are you spending that time? Is it meaningful? Is it valuable? How are you guys handling the conflicts? Because there's going to be more conflicts than ever. And now is a big time to work on that communication, right? So making sure that you're making meaningful connections with people, reaching out, whether it be through Skype, Zoom, Google Hangouts, whatever you can, whatever you need, just make sure that you're connecting with people. Emotional. Do you feel calm, hopeful, and optimistic? Do you? During this time, it's hard, but it's not impossible. You can work with what you got and still be optimistic about the future, but it all starts with you, that emotional well being. Physical. Are you taking care of your health? Are you sleeping properly? Are you drinking enough water? All these things. Are you moving enough? Are you exercising? There's a lot of different tools, but are you taking care of your physical well being? Now, more than ever, our immunity needs to be increased, and that's through sleep, through happiness, through drinking water. We'll touch more back on the physical side later on. And the last one of the six aspects is existential, purpose and meaning. Now, this one's a hard one, even on times that aren't crazy. Does your life have purpose and meaning? Are you excited to get up every day? What are you doing that to have good, structured meaning in your life? And that's a question that only you can answer. But what I really don't want people to do is I don't want you to hit pause on life. And what I mean by that is don't go through each day like I'm just gonna get through it. Today's just another day. I'm gonna do what I can. We'll see what happens. Because life is like an hourglass. It's always ticking away. Tick, tick, tick. There's sand at the top and it's slowly going. We just don't know how much sand we have in the hourglass. And we're not gonna get extra days from this quarantine. It's not like they're gonna add them to the back end and we're like, oh, well, you had 2 months in quarantine, so we're gonna give you 2 months extra. It doesn't work that day. It doesn't work like that. So you have to make sure that each day has purpose, has meaning, has value, and that you're progressing towards your goals, whatever those goals may be. So let's take a look at that deep health list, right? If you feel out of control and out of alignment, it's a chance that one of these things is missing a little bit or missing a lot? Remember, it's environment, mental, social, emotional, physical, and existential. So take a good hard look. Just think about, what am I missing in this? What can I do better? And these are words I think will help you come out of this in a way that you're just not going to be drowning, because it's hard out there. So today I'm going to cover physical for you, right? Which is, like I said, what I do mostly with my clients. And we're going to talk about the 5 daily dids. And these are the five. The reason I call them 5 daily dids is because every time I train with my clients, I ask them these 5 questions. Did you sleep enough? Did you drink enough water? Did you eat right? Did you move enough? And did you take your vitamins? And so if you did all those 5 things, chances are you're going to have a pretty good chance of being healthy. Now, they sound very simple to say, but in practice, they're a lot harder to execute. The first one is sleep. Did you sleep enough? And that one's been difficult for everybody because everyone's ritual is off. People are going to sleep at midnight when they usually go to sleep around 9 or 10, or they're staying up sometimes till 1, 2 in the morning, and they're getting up at 10 or 11. Depending on what's going on, your sleep schedule might be all off, right? So we tend to work a lot better in rhythms. So meaning that you sleep at the same time and you get up at the same time. And that's where you're going to feel the best, right? You get, each cycle is around 90 minutes. So you get an hour and a half. So ideally, the minimum number that you want is about 7.5 hours. The next cycle is at about 9 hours. So knowing that, where do you fall on that scale, right? And I know sleep, you're like, everyone laughs, that'd be cool if I did sleep, blah, 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 right? And everyone always disregards, my advice on sleep. But honestly, it's the most important thing for you, bar none. Before you do anything else, make sure that you sleep enough, right? Sleep deprivation was actually banned as a world torture because it was inhumane. And some people are giving themselves sleep deprivation on their own. And that's very harmful. It also directly affects your mood. You're going to be unhappy, feel lethargic. You're going to lower your immune system. And everyone's like, oh, I'm taking vitamin C. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. If you're not getting enough sleep, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Sleep is number one, right? So once you understand that and you realize that, then you want to start thinking about, what can I control to make sure that I get enough sleep? Sleep's got to be important. It's got to be like the make or break type deal. So figure that out. Ask yourself, what could we do? Maybe wind down a little bit earlier, take a shower a little bit earlier, set the alarm to make sure I do X, Y, Z, turn off the TV, maybe a face mask, earplugs. You can also take melatonin, magnesium. There's so many things that you can do to help improve your sleep habits. And I promise you, it's, if you do anything for life that's going to help you, that's going to be it. But you have to solve that puzzle. You got to solve it, right? Some people like sleeping with the TV. Turns out that's not a good practice. It actually keeps you awake. Turn off the TV, get all the noise down, make it really dark, and focus on that sleep. And like, people argue with me about sleep all the time, but I tell them it's okay. Don't worry. We have your whole life to figure this out. Because if you don't sleep good tonight, you get another chance tomorrow. So sleep is the number one thing. The next thing is hydration. Oh, there's some water. Are you forgetting to drink water? Your routine's probably off, right? Things are a lot different. Are you drinking enough water? I have a little song that goes, clear P means healthy me. Yahoo! Clear P means healthy me. Yahoo! Clear P means healthy me. So sing that song and check the color of your pee. For the guys, it's a little bit easier. For girls, I think you have to turn around. But make sure that the pee is clear. And the clear, it's got to be clear like water. And then you're healthy. You got a good chance. Water powers your brain, your bones, your muscles, your heart, your veins, all that stuff. Even a 3% dehydration state affects your mind 15%. So if you're thinking kind of dumb, you might just be dehydrated. So With the routine being off, make sure that you're drinking enough water. I know I struggled with that in the first few days. I couldn't get enough water because I'm not working out as much. Things are different. My water's not there when I'm training clients. Now I got to make sure I adjust and start adding a lot more water into my day. The next thing is the nutrition, right? Did you eat right? I know everyone's got quarantine snacks. I got it because I didn't get any. And whoever ate all my soups, I know you guys went out there and ate all my soups. You're not even going to eat the soups. If I find out you took my soups and didn't eat them, I'll be so sad. But yeah, all the canned soups are gone. So that's no food for me. But all the other quarantine foods were gone too. Doritos, when is that a quarantine food? Chips Ahoy, all these different snacks. So after people hoarded all the toilet paper, then the next thing they went to was all the snacks, which I get, except that if you're walking by the snacks and you're home more and your schedule's different and you got new shows on Netflix, that's just going to set you up for that COVID 5 or the COVID 10 or the COVID 15, which we don't want. We want to stay nice and lean and healthy during these times. So plan your meals. What time are you going to eat breakfast? What do you usually have for breakfast? What do you usually have for lunch? What do the kids have? What's for dinner? What can you do? Are you guys must be cooking more, right? People are eating out less, so you have to be cooking more. Can you take this time and develop a skill set to improve your eating? And I just take it like, well, I'm gonna just eat whenever. I'm gonna just keep grazing, and snack time is snack time. So I'll give you one easy tip: food that's close to you that you can see, kind of grab. It's very tempting. You're much more likely to eat it if you can see it. If you hide it even a little bit, you're much more likely not to eat it. So put those chips, put the snacks, put the stuff that you shouldn't eat it, put it away from you so you won't be able to see it. And that'll make it a lot easier for you. If you want to eat more fruits and vegetables, cut up some fruits, cut out some vegetables and bring them out either to the front of the fridge or bring them out outside. But that's another easy way. If you add more fruits and vegetables to your diet, that's another way to boost your immunity. You're going to feel better. You're going to get the natural vitamins and minerals that your body needs to function properly. The next thing is movement. I know we're cooped up inside, and I like going outside as well. I miss outside. They even banned swimming. Why would you ban? But anyways, are you moving enough? My steps shot down dramatically. I went from averaging 12, 13,000 steps to now 3,000, which is sad because it was easy for me to hit the steps, and I kind of took that for granted. Now I have to readjust and make sure I hit those steps, set timers, move around, take out the trash more, run up and down stairs. But I got to make sure I'm moving enough, right? So whether it be, and it doesn't have to be exercise either, right? There's a lot of people posting content online. So if you guys want exercise videos, you can just Google exercise videos, 1 hour training circuit, 30-minute training circuit. There's a ton of free content out there for you to do exercise, right? So when you go in there, just do exercise that's right for you. Don't go extreme. Do something that's in your wheelhouse, something that you can do. If you can't do the exercises, then just stretch, right? The neck, neck, right? Stretch your body so that you feel good, right? Stretching something easy, and it's just, I mean, I feel better already. But that's just part of your movement. What are you going to do every day for movement? Is it exercise? Is it steps? Is it TRX? Is it bands? I mean, I had my client working out with water bottles today, which was great. Is it what can you do that's easy for you? But remember, you got to schedule it, because if you don't schedule it, it's not going to happen. When are you exercising? Is it going to be in the mornings, in the afternoons, or in the evenings? Because if you don't schedule it, especially now, it's not going to happen. And the last did you take your vitamins? That's an easy one. Just take it, especially on the weekends, whether it be your multi, calcium. I know people are taking extra vitamin C, magnesium, whatever it is you're taking, just make sure you're taking your vitamins every day. It's just a way of plugging your holes if you're not getting enough fruits and vegetables in your diet. So it's like safeguard. So that's an easy one. So those are your 5 daily dids. So my challenge to you is, what will you work on today as far as your physical well-being? What one small action can you take to improve on any of those? If it's sleeping, maybe tonight you turn the TV off a little bit earlier. Maybe you take a shower a little bit earlier. If it's water, maybe you start counting how many water bottles you have. Or it's easy as just checking the color of your pee. Clear pee means healthy me. Clear pee means healthy me. I know you're going to sing that song from now on. But what small thing can you do to change your life today for the better? And keep working on that habit until it really becomes ingrained. And this is how you can kind of keep progressing during these tumultuous times. So I've been on a lot of conference calls with fitness professionals from around the world, and we're really trying to figure out how to how to help everybody through these troubling times, these chaotic times. And this clinical psychologist from the Seattle Seahawks came up with a really cool tool. He's a peak performance clinical psychologist. I know, sounds like a pretty cool name. I forgot his name though, but guy was pretty smart. And he talked about fight or flight, which is part of the parasympathetic nervous system. I know, big name, parasympathetic nervous system. And that's actually an autonomous part of your nervous system that's responsible for fight or flight. Now, think back to the old days, right? When we were like we were like Tiger King, except that it wasn't a show. We were actually like running from tigers, right? And we're like, run, run. And we're like pounding out. It's like, come on, Court, let's go. And she's like, oh, no, save yourself. And I said, no. And I was like, okay, I'll save myself. No, I would throw myself at the tiger. But so you're in fight or flight, and it's scary, right? And you feel your heart bumping, and it's adrenaline, and your hair is rising, and you're like, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? Right? Your heart's beating super fast, right? It's fight or flight. That's how we've been for the last 2 weeks. It's been crazy. And I know it's been crazy because I can feel it from everywhere. So what can we do to calm down? Right? So if you're running from tigers and lions and bears and you're safe, what do we do once we get safe? We take deep breaths. Deep breaths. So what that means, the deep breaths, it means that you're safe. It means that you're sound. It means that you're no longer in trouble. So when you're in the morning, you get up and you do your gratitude journal and you're thankful for everything and you're trying to get in a good mind state. Take those deep breaths. That really will calm you down. And that is something that you can take today, right away, and make sure that you make it through these tough times. And finally, thank you so much for tuning in. It's my first Facebook Live show, and I'm excited. I'm obviously a little bit nervous, but I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've been really wanting to share my message to everybody. Hopefully, you get some value out of this. And let me know in the comments. Feel free to hit me on the DM or email, text, or whatever with any help that you may need, because you are the reason that I exist. My passion is fitness, and my gift is being able to simplify fitness so that you understand it and you can take it to your loved ones, and we can all win. Fitness isn't a thing that's just meant for one person. We can all have it. And I imagine a world where everybody is happy and healthy. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you on the healthy side. So please like, share, and comment. If you want to like come on the threads, I see some comments coming in. You're gonna have to allow the BeLive.tv app to show notifications, then I can see you live. I see you, Coach Michael. I'm not swimming right now, so I need to swim with my cans maybe tomorrow. But thank you guys so much. I'll be back next week, Monday at 4, with a fresh new topic to help you through these tough times. So thank you for tuning in. Take care. Bye.